Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I have watched Daniel Haqiqatjou versus Jawad Hashmi. It was a 6 hours and almost 40 minutes debate, and I must say that Jawad Hashmi has done a very good job against Daniel Haqiqatjou. Daniel Haqiqatjou's whole argument I, the revolves around ad hominem or declaring Jawad as apostate, which was very shocking to me. I know that Daniel Haqiqatjou is a bit extreme in his approach, but I never expected him that he would do takfir of Jawad Hashmi on live television, or sorry, on live debate, on which is live on the internet in front of so many people uh, that he is a murtad. I felt aback that how can he say that, even though I expected that Daniel Haqiqatjou always tries to misrepresent other people, always slanders people, but I never even expected. I mean, he never disappoint us. He never fails to disappoint us. Daniel Haqiqatjou never fails to disappoint us over and over again. The kind of rhetoric he uses, so hateful, so spiteful, that it was very disturbing to watch Daniel's response, the kind of response he is giving, and his basic argument actually revolves around that since so many people are doing this, since every culture has done this, therefore it has to be correct. Well, according to Quran, majority is never right. Quran says that if you follow the majority of people, you will go astray. And I feel this is the hypocrisy of Daniel Haqiqatjou, that he blames Western academia, and he blames the West. He blames the liberalism for everything, but he lives in West. His credentials comes from the West, and the debate which was arranged was actually a Western framework which give him, people like him, a chance to express his opinions, even though those opinions are very extremist and is against the whole Western paradigm. Yet he was given the opportunity, he has always been given the opportunity to express his opinions, even though it goes against the so called liberal West. And he accuses Jawad Hashmi to follow. I mean, he accuses him of everything which can be possible. I was so shocked. I mean, I expect Daniel Haqiqatjou to be uh, an extremist, but he always outclasses himself in his extremism. I never expected. I mean, I did expect some kind of a backlash from Daniel Haqiqatjou, but I never expected this kind of behavior. And I have seen the debates of Daniel Haqiqatjou even before with Christians as well as atheists, and he always keeps his calm. But here I see that he was very spiteful, very much. He was very much triggered. The reason being is that I feel that he cannot refute the argument he can by put forth by Jawad Hashmi. Jawad basically says his argument was based upon a simple premise that the traditionals have not done justice to the Quran, and he says that his approach is Quran centric approach. That means whatever is coming, whatever ideas that he's generating from the Quran itself. So all throughout the debate, his argument came from the Quran, but none of the argument from Daniel Haqiqatjou came from the Quran. In fact, what he was trying to say was very, I mean, was very wishy-washy. He was not standing on its ground itself. He was basically throughout the debate is saying that since all of them has followed it, since no rationalist has followed it, he was actually appealing to the popularity. That if if this is not popular amongst the Mutazilite, this is not popular amongst the other rationalists. Guess what, Daniel? Whatever you speak and whatever sources you quote is also not popular within that sources itself. Even you cherry picked the Western sources and you present that as an evidence. And I don't think personally that cherry picking or selectively using some evidence is wrong in itself, because I may agree with some of his evidence and I may disagree with some of his evidence. It is not that if I draw something from a paper, that means I agree 100% with that paper. So saying these kinds of things that you are cherry picking, everyone cherry picks, even you cherry pick from all the surveys and all the statistics which actually is done by the Western people. So I think that Jawad did a very good job, and he actually made his position in these kinds of debate, and we need to see more of him in the coming days to come. There was supposed to be another debate tomorrow, but it was postponed because Jawad's child was not well. So I don't know when the next debate will take place, but this debate I was very much satisfied with Jawad performance. I was more satisfied with Jawad performance with regard to his debate. I mean, this debate was far better than the debate which Jawad did with Hadi Sultan. The reason being is that there was no moderator. Uh, there was no moderator when they were debating with Hadi Sultan. So I feel this was very good debate, and it actually, I mean, even the non-Muslims and the atheists, even though they did not side with Jawad Hashmi completely, some of them did side him, but they actually, there were very few comments, and of course those blind followers of Daniel Haqiqatjou, that it is a clear win for this, but there were very few comments like this. Most of the comments about the atheist was that Daniel has exposed his own religion. And if you note, this is the constant theme of the atheists, that people are thinking that Daniel is winning the debate, even his previous debate, but actually Daniel is losing the battle. He may have won the debate according to his own worldview, but he is actually losing the battle, because all the people from the comment section, they actually see Islam as a more intolerant religion, Islam as a more extremist religion. And though people believe that, especially the bootleggers of Daniel Haqiqatjou, that Daniel Haqiqatjou is winning in every debate. He has very good debating skills. I am not denying that, but you can see the comments, and people are actually appreciating his debating skills, but they are not getting satisfied with Islam. They are saying that if this is Islam which Daniel is present, they are happy being an atheist or happy being an ex-Muslim. And some of them has even commented that we have become ex-Muslim listening to Daniel Haqiqatjou. So I feel that people like Daniel Haqiqatjou and other ulama, they basically follow the predominant position. They basically follow the tradition without questioning it. Islam is not about following tradition. Islam is about following Allah and His Rasul, even if it goes against your own tradition. That what the previous people did. They followed their tradition. Christians follow the Christian tradition. Jews follow their Jewish tradition, but their own scriptures they put behind their back. So this is what they did to their own scriptures, where it is mentioned about Tawheed, where it is mentioned about Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But since the Christian tradition does not support it, the Jewish tradition, the Jewish ulama did not support it. That's the reason they did not accept Jesus, peace be upon him. That's the reason they did not accept Prophet, peace be upon him. So appealing to majority or anything which is coming from a Muslim tradition doesn't mean it is true. What has Prophet peace be upon him said about those this so-called Muslim tradition? He said that verily you will size by size and bit by bit will follow the steps of those people before you. And Sahaba asks, are you talking about the Jews and Christians, the Romans and the Persians? The Prophet peace be upon him said, if they not, then who else? So this was the gist of debate. This was, I feel, that Jawad Hashmi has won the debate and Daniel Haqiqatjou has lost it completely. I feel that's my opinion.